Hey everybody, welcome to another video review. So the last couple of videos I've spent time on have been of Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman collectibles, and I thought that I would kind of showcase the top two pieces. There's a couple guys out there I think who have this. Not too many. I mean, you have to be a pretty hardcore or high-end collector or a pretty big fan of Wonder Woman or Gal Gadot to do this. But I happen to have that. I wanted a life-size 1-to-1 version of her, and then I wanted to have, of course, a full-scale statue of her. And I wanted it to be silicon because, quite frankly, I think the likenesses from Prime One Studios has been a little bit lacking. A lot of the likenesses from the more traditional quarter or even half scale pieces have been disappointing, to say the least. And so when JND Studios put out their 1/3 scale 1984 Wonder Woman, even though the movie was disappointing, the actual collectible was amazing, was stunning. So I have my review of the JND Studios Wonder Woman. You can check that out. I think it's a pretty nice comprehensive version. And of course I have a review of the Queen Studios 101 bust. So now it's, just showcasing the two of them. I'm not gonna go on too much, to talk about that. We have the shield, we have the 101 size, we now have the 1984 version. And it's just mainly kind of looking at the likenesses to see the differences. This is still a beautiful, stunning version of her in her golden eagle armor. Just love the glitter, love the texturing, love the body armor. She's got the lasso. You can see her arms, you can see her gauntlets, just like the gauntlets right over here. Really, really awesome. In this one, of course, it's unspoiled, no battle damage, completely beautifully clean. And here, of course, is a bit more battle damage over there. So mainly it's just to look at the differences in likeness. So again, different moments in time captured between the two. And it's harder to say because from here, I think the Queen Studios likeness is best when you look at her from far away, so you don't get the fisheye distortion. But you have to get a little bit closer to the JND Studios version to check things out. So, hopefully again, you have some idea of what the likeness looks like. I'm just kind of moving around, get a dynamic view, get the dynamic view of what she looks like here, and then we transition to here. So this is the JND Studios Gal Gadot likeness. This is the Queen Studios Gal Gadot. Maybe if I say her name enough times, I finally get it somewhat to sound right. But it's really weird. It's like a gel, like a gel, like a gel, like a Gal Gadot is how you say it. It's not something you can say very easily, I guess, if you don't speak Hebrew fluently. But there you have it. So I love both, but again, you can clearly tell sort of the highlights. Like, her hair here is just way darker. It's like, true black hair. Look at how dark her eyebrows are. And in comparison, sort of look at how, how dark the bust is with in terms of how dark that is. You can tell clearly again that it's just a little bit too brown. I think the lights behind me are getting brighter with time, and so it's shining more light, and the more light it shines, the more brown her hair is, which is again not as good. So you can definitely tell the difference in hair coloration, and I think that the likeness for the production version of the Queen Studios would be even stronger if the hair was brown. I mean, I have a good friend, Rafael Robledo Jr. He has an amazing YouTube channel of his own. He's done so much beautiful custom work. One of the pioneers of customization of silicon. He's absolutely fearless. Has done so much good work over the past 10, 15 years. And I know that Rafi would have absolutely no problems dyeing, the hair, making it darker, dyeing this hair, and he would just elevate this piece. But unfortunately, I don't have the guts or the artistic skill to do that. But if we had sort of like this coloration on her, that would be, you know, pretty amazing. So there you have it. I mean, and this is a different gal, you know, different gal Gadot, but still very, you know, it is still absolutely her with a great likeness right here. I'm trying to give you all that detail up close. And of course, you know, from here, it's just her with two different expressions, maybe on different days, you know? Just think of her wearing her hair, dyeing her hair one way versus the other. I don't think one is necessarily superior to the other. It's just really hard to say. Like, you know, it's like, I don't know, like it's 6 of one, a half dozen of the other, which is the better likeness. I think they're both fantastic. It's just versions, different versions of her, you know, different expressions. I just appreciate, I think I appreciate the one-to-one because it is like a life size, and that's always something that's just a little bit special. But the third scale, I think, just has the better coloration of the hair and the eyebrows, and there's just something about, you know, this face as well. By the way, if you want to compare the moles, they put the mole, if you can see it, they put the mole right over here, whereas her, the mole is just a little bit lower down in the cheek versus the mole over here. So there you have it. So this is kind of a little bit of a meaner, I think, you know, more stern look. But she's pretty, you know, stern here, but she's just a little bit softer. This one-on-one's just a little softer expression, I think, than this Golden Eagle version right here. Okay, so yeah, you know, JND Studios and the one-to-one. You won't see many YouTube videos of this one out there. So again, I hope that you find that enjoyable. I think this might be the only one that's out there once I put this up. I know there are people who own both, but they're not, you know, they're not making YouTube videos of this. So this kind of is a ultimate Gal Gadot Wonder Woman showcase. In my opinion, the best statue of her by a long shot. And here, I think the best one-to-one bust. I think this beats out Infinity Studios, especially because, in my opinion, until they clean up their act a little bit, I don't feel like Infinity Studios production samples just have a little bit too many problems, in my opinion. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed that. This is just a shorter YouTube video after my hour-long, you know, dissertations. An occasional one that's less than 10 minutes, I think, is probably going to be appreciated. And the main purpose, again, is just kind of to lovingly show you these two side by side. I think they look pretty awesome. So there you have it. Until next time, do take care.